want your calls on this. Should we stop opening fast food restaurants? KFC is looking to open 500 sites across the UK and Ireland over the next decade, as it says demand for fried chicken is stronger than ever. The company's investing nearly £1.5 billion and creating thousands of jobs. But while it might be good for business, is it good for us, for our health? KFC isn't the only fast food chain branching out. McDonald's, Domino's and Greggs are among the many changes, the chains expanding. Albie, how do you feel about this? Are you
thrilled?
Really?
I'm always happy to see businesses growing and thriving in the United Kingdom. Always happy, whatever those businesses might do, as long as they're operating within the limits of the law, I'm happy about it. We should be celebrating the fact that not just international companies like KFC and Domino's opening new branches in the UK, also homegrown heroes, companies like Greggs, based out of Newcastle in the northeast of England, expanding all across the country, creating thousands of jobs, generating millions of pounds in tax revenue. And it's up to individuals to make choices about what they eat. I find it very interesting that we only have this conversation about these sort of cheaper fast food restaurants. I went to two very posh restaurants in Somerset over the weekend, at Babington House and at the Newt in Somerset. The meals I ate there were very highly calorific, very unhealthy. No one ever talks about expensive restaurants being banned, or they shouldn't expand. It's only ever the cheap ones. I think there's a sniff of snobbery in this.
I mean, that's really interesting. I'm a consumer journalist. That's what my kind of day job is, if you like, or my bigger job. And with that, when we have a big company like KFC, Subway, whatever it is, Pret-a-Manger, if they make a mistake, we can hold them to account because they are a big name and we expect a lot from them. Isn't that the case? If we get more KFCs, if we get more of these big chains, we can say, you have to do it properly because we're watching.
Were we not just now talking about how we want small businesses to thrive in the UK? You go around the country and high streets all over the place look unrecognisable and they look like places where nobody wants to live, nobody wants to work. Do you know what happens when you open a KFC in an area? Less places with higher wages want to go and invest in the area.
Provide jobs for young people in that area where they might not be jobs.
Obesity rates and diabetes rates go up. When you have exclusionary zones, when you don't allow fast food places to open up, you see diabetes rates and obesity rates going down. And what you're doing, basically, again, you're locking in inequality. Because every time these fast food restaurants open somewhere, you are saying, oh, the consumers, they should have choice. Well, we are all over the UK, we have food deserts. How is it a choice if the only thing that you have...
So you want to ban alcohol, now you want to ban fast food.
OK, listen, we have to go to a break. Don't go anywhere because we want to hear from you too. Do we? We're going to go straight back to whether we should stop opening fast food restaurants. We want your calls in right now. OK, Albie, you are a fan of one of these brands in particular, are you, would you say?
Yes, I love KFC, but I also love Greggs. So I'm a big fan of both, but I would go to KFC and Greggs for different reasons. I would go and get a pasty or a brilliant tuna sandwich from Greggs, because I love tuna sandwiches. But then when I'm feeling down, fried chicken just lifts my mood. OK, so this is the thing, Stella. Actually, the range that we can get from fast food outlets now, we have seen them as, you know, wrong or a treat in the past. But actually, you can get salads from fast food restaurants. You can get a huge range.
Their salads sometimes have more calories than their burgers. They're still full of UPFs, ultra-processed foods, because there will always be some kind of sauce or something like that. And really, the nutritional value of the kind of lettuce that you will find in a McDonald's chicken Caesars is not one of your 5 a day. This is not what we want our kids to be raised on.
We've never had more information about the food that we're eating. The calorific content specifically has to be listed.
It's not about the information,
it's about the access.
It's about having food deserts. You go to towns across the UK and you cannot find fresh fruit and vegetables from miles and miles. If the only thing that is available, if the only spaces that are available for people to socialise and come together is the local McDonald's, then guess what? You are going to see rates of childhood obesity to continue to increase, and you're going to continue to see people making more and more of their diets to be ultra-processed foods.
OK, listen, we're going to get up a chart, a moving chart behind us, which shows us fast food chains in the world. We're going to start at 2000. It says 1990. We're going to see who's the winner. McDonald's at the top in 2000. Subway coming out very fast on the rails. There it is. And it takes over very quickly. We're going to keep that running while we hear from Anita, who's in Bedfordshire. Anita, do you think we should stop opening fast food restaurants? What do you reckon?
Definitely. There's too many of them. I mean, there's a lot of chicken shops opening. I mean, they're all selling chicken. Why do we have so much different chicken shops? One example, we've got a new one that opened in town called Popeyes. I know Popeye chicken was banned in America. If it's banned in America, why did they bring it over here and open more in every town centre?
OK, I'm not sure it was banned. I'm not sure it was banned in the States. I'm fairly clear that that's still running as a going concern in the States.
And it's delicious.
And you make a good point, though. We don't need all of them. We are saying, oh, this is investment. This is terrible investment.
OK, Anita, right, so chicken shops, clearly there is a demand for them. They couldn't open at a loss. If they didn't make money, then they wouldn't have any customers. So if people want it, why not give it to them?
The reason why they make money, because it's a chicken shop. Children, young kids hang around chicken shops. Why, I don't know. But that's why. That's why they're making money. It's cheap food.
OK. I'm going to move on. Thank you, Anita. Timothy's in Carmarthenshire. Timothy, do you think we should stop opening fast food restaurants? Have we got enough already? Timothy, you there? I think he's gone to the chicken shop. Let's take Jeanette. She's in Kent. Jeanette, do you think we've had enough of fast food restaurants? Have we got just enough for what we need? Albie can find one if he needs one. What do you think?
Who, me? Yes.
Jeanette. Yeah, that's you.
OK. Hello, panel.
Yeah.
Hello.
Now, there's far too many chicken shops, and I do keep thinking every time I see one, give the chickens a break. Give them a rest.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of all these chickens. I mean, yes, I am an animal lover. And you've got all these chickens being bred, just sitting for 6 months before they're slaughtered. And I think it's crazy.
OK, so from an animal lover's point of view, we're not talking about waste necessarily. Here's the thing, Albie, you can get to a chicken shop if you need. Let's say one is a little bit further away because they haven't opened one that's literally walking distance from you. For you, that's a choice. You can go, jump in your car, get on a bicycle and go and find one. It's not going to be difficult. If we limit the numbers of fast food places, we're going to get more diversity, more range, more choice, aren't we? Rather than what Jeanette's talking about is endless walls, whole communities where, you know, every other shop is a chicken shop.
Look, we should not be making it harder for businesses to operate in this country, whether or not they're chicken shops or not. We should be making it easier for businesses to operate in this country. And I really don't like this attitude of we just want to ban or stop things we don't like because we don't like them personally.
But
what about the people that do like them?
Yeah, absolutely. They won't have a problem. There's enough chicken shops already. But what I'm saying, if you control them, then it allows other different foodstuffs into the place. So you actually, if you see a parade of shops, you actually may see things that are different and will tickle your curiosity.
But maybe the reason why those other food shops aren't operating in that area is because the economic model wouldn't operate in that area. And is it better to have a chicken shop than no shop at all?
No, I would rather have an independent greasy spoon serving full English breakfast and whatever else, rather than... And they can sell chips as well. I'm not saying that they should just go and sell salads or something. They can sell jacket potatoes.
We've got high streets full of boarded-up shops where there's nothing at all. Albie's point is, rather a business that provides jobs and food for people when they need it than that.
But one of the reasons why we have dead high streets like that is because very often the only shop you will find is a KFC.
Okay.
And when there is just a KFC,
that's
then
not the reason for closing.
Yeah, there is lack of investment, of course. But the OBR has said that unless we we get obesity under control, we will be spending £58 billion by 2050. So you are telling me that business is bringing this investment, but if it's the kind of investment that causes harm to the population at large, then is this really the kind of low-wage, low-health economy that we want to be incentivizing?
So ban everything that's unhealthy.
I didn't say ban, control. Put some control, put some thought and leadership into how we want our towns to look and feel.
OK. Listen, we are going to have to pause there. Thank you for all of your calls and thanks to a fabulous panel today. Vanessa.